Third and final period of this U18 Tier 1 Body Contact Division EFL game between SWZ702 Oil Kings and your SE701 Icemen. Icemen trailing 4-1 after 40 minutes. Look to climb the mountain here in the third. Shots on goal after 2 periods of play. 29-19 in favor of the Oil Kings. And the ice still freezing yet again, so hope that is not a factor. Like in so many games, there's only so much time for ice time, and sometimes the games get started before the ice is frozen completely. Unfortunately, allowing the puck to stick. Face-off win by Weeks to Homulus. Centering pass, looked to hit Baines. Baines tries to force a turnover right in the slot. And your Icemen, I can tell, are out here with a little bit of an edge here in this third period and a jump to their step. Ferris up to Baines. That skips over his stick and will be down for an icing. Keep the same line out here. 20 seconds into this third period. Weeks in to take the draw to the left of Jordan. Face-off won by Weeks. Ferris moves it up to Perozny. Perozny chips it ahead to Baines. Baines is away. Down the wall. Fires! Loose puck. Keane able to hold on as he knocked it down with a glove. It fell near his left pad, and he's able to find it in the blue paint and hold on for a whistle. Good shot by Baines on his off wing from the half wall to test the tender. Vanderham in to take the draw, face-off one forward. Picked up by the Oil Kings, chipped back to the point. Smith able to hold it in. Smith fires it back into the zone, and that is Smith now playing on the back end here in this third period. Smith moves it back up, trying to hit Vanderham. Vanderham's going to give chase, try to force a turnover. He's with Knapsick and Gwinnett, so the Lions in a blender here for this third period. Puck lobbed up and into the zone. The icing is going to be waved off. Smith picks it up, tries to work it up and out of the zone. Turnover as Smith tried to move it up the wall to Knapsick. And Jordan has seen enough and will hold on for a whistle. Ferris and Foot will come out here, along with Weeks, Binder, and Giamaroli, so that line is the same. Weeks in to take the jaw. I believe they're going to just use Brady Weeks for majority of the face-offs here in the third period, as he has been dynamite for most of the year in the face-off dot. Ferris muscles his man off the puck, allows Weeks to come in and pick it up. He'll chip it up the wall to Giamaroli, and it gets out. Binder. Backtrack. Shot from outside, steered to the far corner for Giamaroli. Giamaroli moves it back to the point. Ferris. Blocked. He's off to the races. Brandon Foot's got to get on his horse to get back. Ferris. Shot just misses low on the back end. Short side on Jordan. As a block shot off the stick of Ferris creates an opportunity. Another centering pass. Skips through the blue paint. Weeks forces his man off the puck. Will send it down the length of the ice. Binder in pursuit, and icing is waved off. Binder on the forecheck. Line change underway as Baines comes out with Vanderham. Turned over. Homulus looks for Baines through the middle. Baines will cycle that back, and it's turned over to the Oil Kings. Outlet pass doesn't work. Homulus tries to one-touch it to Vanderham. Homulus will have to go back and get the puck. Icing waved off. Homulus turned over in the back end. Shot from the point. And 2 whacks at it, and the Oil Kings score to extend the lead to 4. The Icemen came out in the third period. Some good opportunities in there. Just a turnover. Puck gets out in front of the net. Two whacks that are able to get it past the right pad of Jordan on the ice. Baines will pick it up, drive wide. He's pushed off the puck into the boards. Puck rimmed around the corner. Colomb pinches down, chips it back to Porosny. Porosny gets it, fires it on net. Baines tries to tip it on route. Carrero pinches down. Colomb pinches as well. Puck turned over, picked up by the Oil Kings. They'll fire it from outside, and Jordan will hold on for a whistle. Smith and Foot out here with Weeks. Knapsick and Gwinnett. Puck careens off the back of the net. Weeks able to pick it up, shovel it up the wall. No further. Try to get it to Knapsick. That's held in at the blue line. Centering pass. Smith dumps his man in the slot. Foot will tie that up. Wait for Weeks to come in and support. Four players tied up below the goal line. You can hear the official calling for them to move the puck. Foot squeezes his man off again. Weeks will pick it up. He gets to center uncontested. Weeks off the puck at the half wall, gets it below the goal line. Gwinnett in there to help. Weeks moves it back to Ferris. Ferris to Weeks, sends it back around as Homulus was getting on it. Ferris might try to go D to D. Back to Homulus. Homulus to Ferris. Ferris fires it back through the seam. Missing Knapsick on the back door, and that's sent all the way down directly onto Jordan. No icing on the play. Puck up to the blue line, sent back in, and Jordan will steered into the corner with the blocker. Turnover out of the corner. Blocked by Vanderham. Second shot on net. Kicked aside by Jordan. Vanderham is in discomfort. Vanderham picks it up. He'll rim it around to the opposite corner. Gwinnett will try to get over there. Chipped in on net. Jordan holds on for a whistle. Vanderham stung by that shot. Just under 5 minutes into this third period, your Icemen staring at the uphill battle of a 4-goal deficit. Puck sent around to the near boards. Good stop by Colomb, getting down to block that centering pass. Puck down and in. Binder gives chase. It's just rimmed hard around the boards. Colomb keeps it in. He'll aerial that back into the zone. Let's chip right back up to the blue line, and Colomb closes off that side. It's worked to the near boards. Up and out of the zone. Carrero moves it up to Gwinnett. He's stripped of the puck. Southwest zone back in. Jammed on net. As Colomb muscled his man off the puck. Thought there might be a penalty on the play. There wasn't. Binder to Giamaroli. Get it into the Oil Kings zone at the top of the circles, but no farther. Oil Kings come in, 2-on-2. Trailer is right to the net for the Oil Kings. Uncontested. Nobody picked up the trailer, and he almost deposited that in the back of the net. And a shot through traffic, and Kane found it. Kane Jordan found it the last second to keep it out. Weeks in to take the draw. Weeks clean face-off win. Back to Ferris. He'll pound it around to Porosny. Porosny touches it to wave off the icing. Baines in pursuit. Worked up and out of the zone. Foot spins out at the blue line. The icing waved off. Jordan will move it around to the opposite corner to Ferris. Ferris Stripped off the puck. Centering pass. Puck is loose. One shot, and Jordan was able to kick that away with the right pad. A little bit of scramble-y play here in the neutral zone, but Baines gets it, drops it back to Porosny. Porosny gets around his man, elevates, gets it to the front of that. Weeks is tied up looking for the rebound, and the Whale Kings are back the other way. Good play by Carrier, break up that play at the Iceman blue line. He'll go D to D to Homulus. Homulus, long pass up to Baines, that's intercepted, but Vanderham will pick it up and drive in on the far side. Sharp angled shot misses. Careens around to the opposite boards, and Homulus got to race back to try to prevent his man from getting the puck. Good stick by Homulus. Force his man off the puck. Oil Kings able to pick it up, though. Looking to center it right back into the trailer. The Oil Kings threw that puck right through the blue paint. Carrier to Homulus. He double clutches and then puts it up into the netting for a whistle. 12:34 remaining in the third frame. The pairing of Smith and Colomb out here now. Vanderham, Gwinnett, and Knapsick, the offensive trio. Face-off won by the Oil Kings. We'll tie it up along the near boards. Vanderham allowing Colomb to get the puck. Colomb hounded as he tries to get out of the zone. He's stripped of the puck along the half wall. The puck up to the Iceman blue line, but no further. Smith hits Knapsick. Knapsick chips it up to the blue line. Gwinnett tries to find that through a sea of sticks. Gets it over to the opposite corner. Knapsick to Gwinnett. Oil Kings will pick it up and lob that right back in cross corner into the near corner. Smith takes his man out. We got a holding penalty on the play. And it looks like it will be the Oil Kings with a holding penalty in the offensive zone, and your Iceman will go on the power play. Face off to the left of Keane. Weeks in to take the draw. Weeks, clean win back to Ferris. That eludes him, and the Iceman off the tag up. Baines tries to feed that through some skates. He picks that up and will drive in. Drops it back to Weeks. Weeks off the half wall. Quick shot! That's off the stick of Keane and below the goal line. Ferris picks it up off the stick of Baines. Works it to Weeks. That's intercepted and sent down the length of the ice. Jordan out to pick it up. He'll stop it for Weeks, but it's turned over by Southwest Zone. Right back at the net, almost through the legs of Jordan as the forechecking Oil Kings player almost tucked it in shorthanded. Porosny back to Baines. Baines, slap shot, looked to go up top upstairs, missed. Hits the glass. Now 3 players for the Iceman down to retrieve the puck. Baines to Porosny. Porosny curls off the half wall, fires, and Keane will snag it with a glove and hold on. 59 seconds remaining in the penalty for holding for the Oil Kings. 10:41 remaining in this third period. Weeks in to take the draw. Weeks wins the draw to Porosny up to the point, and that eludes Baines, who's up the middle of the ice and out of the zone. Baines gets away from his man. He'll curl up through center. Evade one check. And a whistle on the play. I believe it is a hand pass. Play is waved down, so the face-off will be back out in front of the Oil Kings bench. 39 seconds remaining in the man advantage. Weeks wins the draw. Over to the near boards to Vanderham. Weeks will pick it up, move it to Ferris. Ferris, long pass to Baines. Baines will gain the zone. Curl through across the line to center, fired on net. That one's picked up by Prosny. Prosny tries to send that through the seam. Weeks tries to go upstairs, short side on Keane. That'll hit the glass and careen around. Weeks over to keep it in. That puck picked up by the Oil Kings and sent down the length of the ice as time ticks off the final few seconds of the power play. Prosny leaves it for Binder. Binder heads up. The player exiting the penalty box is looking right for him. Vanderham picks that up. Puck stripped off the stick of Binder, just out over the blue line, and that is offside. So you're Icemen unable to capitalize on the power play. Still staring at a 4-goal deficit with 9:33 remaining in this third period. Gwinnett in to take the draw. Face-off won by Southwest Zone. Binder, Knapczyk, and Gwinnett. Gwinnett now centering a line. He was playing on the left wing here earlier on in the period. And Carrier and Colombe, the deep pairing. Icing is the call, so the face-off to the right of Keane in the Oil King zone. Face-off won by Southwest Zone. Defenseman for Southwest Zone evades some checks. He'll drive up through center. Maybe that's a centerman. My mistake, the centerman picks up the puck. Backhand pass right into the slot, intercepted. The puck stripped off the Iceman at the blue line. Colombe able to get it out, but he's muscled off the puck with a high hit. Oil Kings elect to cycle the puck down low. Carrier will run his man off the puck. Oh, and a hard hit right up into the head of Carrier. And that is definitely a penalty, and the whistle went almost immediately, and that is going to be 4 minutes for head contact. And another power play for your Icemen. 8:39 remaining. You'd like to score at least one on this power play. But time is ticking down with 8:39. Weeks in to take the draw. He wins the draw to Prosny. Prosny to Baines. Back down to Prosny. Back door for Ferris. Just handcuffed him on the heel of his stick. Weeks picks it up. He'll move it back up to the point to Baines. To Ferris. Ferris to Vanderham. Back to Ferris. Over to Baines. Baines up to Weeks. Weeks curls up to the top. Gives it to Baines. Baines fires through traffic. Down low. Rebound. And it's in the net. The power play goal for your Icemen. And they solve. Keane again. And cut the lead of the Oil Kings to 3. 31 seconds of power play time, and your Icemen able to scramble with 3 players right in the blue paint and shovel that puck past Keane to make it a 5-2 hockey game. The first minor off the board, and a second fresh 2 minutes go up. Still 5-on-4, man advantage for your Icemen, who have possession. Baines will break into the zone. It's going to rim that around to Weeks. Weeks has it skip off his stick. Baines will pick it up. Evades his check, gets back to the middle. Shot on goal! That's it again! Low glove on Keane. And Keane of a little bit of a stare down to his defenseman. And your Icemen score on both the minor penalties to the Oil Kings, and it's a 2-goal deficit. 7:45 to go, and we have life here in this final game. 5-3, back to 5-on-5. Weeks Porozny and Baines still out here, and we're going to redo the draw here. Romulus and Ferris, the D pairing. Another 2 power play goals for your Icemen. Strike on the man advantage. Puck tried to be lobbed into the zone. That's broken up by Romulus. Romulus to Baines. Baines will move it up to center to Weeks. Porozny cuts off the cross ice pass. Oil Kings will have to go behind the net on the D-to-D pass, and it's aerial out to center. Ferris knocks that down with a glove. Baines picks it up, moves it up to Porozny, over to Weeks. Weeks is in, shovels it back door for Ferris, who is driving the net. And Keane read that play well. He's able to get over and square up. Obviously Ferris trying to chip that to the net. As the puck was out in front of him, he wasn't able to load that up. Another great shift after 2 power play goals in your Icemen. Now have an offensive face-off to the right of Keane. Vanderham in to take the draw. Up the wall, but not out. Cologne takes that in the midsection, but he'll keep it in the zone. Puck up and out into the zone. And a penalty upcoming to your Icemen. Unfortunately, that will take away the momentum. And your Icemen will go on the penalty kill. Brandon Foote will go to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. 7:01 remaining in this final frame. Weeks, Cologne. Gwinnett and Romulus on the ice. Southwest zone. Gains possession off the draw. Below the goal line. 2 players right in the slot looking for the option. Through the seam, picked off by Cologne. He's able to get his stick on it and keep the puck to the outside. On a bobble puck, he'll pin his man to the boards. 1-on-3 as Cologne battles for the puck. Southwest zone come up with it. And a hit by Romulus puts his man to the ground as Jourdain holds on for a whistle. Weeks in to take the draw, face off to the left of Jourdain. He'll win it to the wall. Romulus will chip that up to Gwinnett, and he'll get it down the length of the ice. 37 seconds gone in the penalty to Brandon Foote for tripping. Forced turnover in the neutral zone, and Romulus will send it back in below the goal line. The same penalty kill unit on the ice as the Oil Kings gain the zone. Sent down low below the goal line. Romulus hounds his man and then curls back into position in front of the net. Gwinnett will chip it up. It's possibly a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Gwinnett loses a hand and looking to feed it to Weeks. Centering pass, and now the Icemen have 2 players caught deep. The Oil Kings up with numbers into the zone. Fired and a great stop by Jourdain. Ferris tries to send that out of the zone. The Oil Kings will pick that up and they keep it in. Ferris chips that puck to the outside. Binder will give chase as the puck trickles out into the neutral zone with 12 seconds remaining with the Oil Kings man advantage. Oil Kings come in, toe drag right to the net. Jourdain tips that into the near corner. Puck to the half wall on the near boards. Work back up to the point. Fake shot. Kept in by the Oil Kings. Chipped up and out of the zone, and your Icemen have killed off the penalty and are back to 5-on-5. 4:50 remaining in the penalty, or in the period. Snapsick forces a turnover. Smith fires it from a point, and Keane will steer that up into the netting and manage the game with a faceoff. Stoppage of play comes at 4:39 remaining in the final frame. Your Icemen trailing by 2 in this final league game. Weeks in to take the draw. Porosny comes in, picks that up off of Weeks, who had tied up his man in the faceoff circle. Puck worked to the outside. Brought in. Colomb keeps his man to the outside. Colomb, great job to keep his man to the outside as Weeks down in support to help. Bain strips his man of the puck. It's chipped up and out. Porosny will drag it to center. Chip it up to Baines. Baines will drive in on the far side. Work it back to the point. Doesn't get that to go, but Weeks will force the turnover. Colomb will keep it in the zone. Weeks chips it in a little bit further, but the Oil Kings able to come out of the zone with it. Colomb knocks that down momentarily. Smith back to pick it up. Smith up to Vanderham. Vanderham will drive into the zone on the far side. Vanderham centers it back to Gwinnett through the seam. That's off a defenseman's stick. And the Oil Kings back the other way. Baines on the backtrack, forces the turnover. Puck rimmed around to the far side. Carrier chips it up and out. And Gwinnett is tripped in the neutral zone. No penalty on the play. Right in front of the official. And we'll continue on 5-on-5. Omula sends that up, and that's off a body on the Iceman bench and into the bench. So we'll have a stoppage of play. 3:08 remaining in the period. Face off to the right of Jourdain. Vanderham in to take the draw. Vanderham ties up his man. Chips it up the wall. Puck into the slot. Shot. Great save by the left pad of Jourdain. Iceman can't pick up the puck here out of the scramble in the zone. Ferris moves it up to Binder. Binder chips it to Gwinnett. Gwinnett taking off the puck at the Oil Kings blue line. Foot muscles his man to ice, and then it's slew-footed to the ground by an Oil Kings player. Another penalty. Another player dumped for the Iceman, and the ref shakes his head. No penalty on the play again. Binder chips it up to Gwinnett. That's turned over, and Oil Kings will send it back in. Foot picks up the puck. Move it up to Binder. Binder stripped of the puck in the Iceman zone. Ferris will aerial that out. Get it out over the blue line. That's going to be waved down on a hand pass at the Iceman blue line. 2:05 remaining in the third period. Your Iceman down by 2. And Weeks, Porosny, and Baines back out here with Carrero and Colomb. Baines back to the puck. He'll send it through to Porosny. Porosny just skips off his stick. And the Oil Kings back the other way. They'll chip it in and give chase. Jourdain out to play the puck. Stops the puck for his defenseman. It's picked up by the Oil Kings. Oil Kings just trying to kill the time and hold the puck low. They'll bring it back, send it back to the point. Fired on net. Knocked down by the glove of Jourdain. 1:34 remaining, and the Oil Kings trying to kill the clock and get a face-off deep in the Iceman zone. The puck still pinned along the boards. Weeks and Carrero in fighting for the puck. Baines now in as well. Puck brought up by the Oil Kings. Centering pass. Knocked down by Carrero. And Colombo send it up and out of the zone. And that will be down for an icing with exactly 1:01 remaining in the third period. Well, miracle on ice time it is here with 1:01 remaining in the third period. Your Icemen need to score in the next, I'd say, 20 seconds to half a minute to get it within one, and then Need to pull the goalie, but the Oil Kings hold the puck in the zone and shave 10 seconds off the clock. Ferris moves it to Homulus. Homulus will send it around the boards to Weeks. Weeks to Perosny. Perosny will dip into the zone. Drops it back to Baines. Baines drags it down to the goal line. Baines picks it up. Perosny pushed off the puck. 30 seconds remaining in the hockey game. And a scrum ensues deep in the Oil Kings zone, and it'll be a face-off to the right of Keene. .2 seconds remaining. This Icemen net empty. Vanderham, the extra attacker, on the ice, 6-on-5. Weeks in to take the draw. Weeks clean face-off win to Vanderham, handcuffs him. He's able to get the shot away. Perosny bumped off the puck. He'll strip his man of the puck. Vanderham picks it up. Up to Perosny. Pressure by the Oil Kings, who forced a turnover. Ferris breaks that up at the Oil Kings blue line. 5 seconds remaining. And the Southwest Zone 702 Oil Kings will win the league final by a score of 5-3. Well, a battle to the very end for your SE701 Icemen, and is made up of an entire roster of third-year players besides Sebastian Gwinnett. So all these players will be graduating out of minor hockey and moving on. Final shots on goal in favor of Southwest Zone 702 Oil Kings, 42-30. And they are victorious over your SE701 Icemen, 5-3. Well, a battle right to the end for your Icemen. As into the handshake line they go. A hard-fought battle by both these teams during the regular season, and to make it all the way to the final. And in this final game as well. So we'll see if we're awaiting a presentation here. Well, your Icemen able to score 2 power plays on the double minor penalty for head contact against Carrier in the third period, make it a 2-goal deficit, but not able to overcome this Oil Kings team that was able to capitalize and go up 3-0 in the hockey game. Presentation to the Icemen. So it'll be the Southwest Zone 702 Oil Kings moving on to play in the provincial showdown in Blackfalds, Alberta. Presentation now for the Oil Kings. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us in this playoff journey for your SE701 Icemen that ends in defeat. Unfortunately, 5-3 is the final from Tri-Leisure Center in Spruce Grove, Alberta, in the U18 Tier 1 Body Contact Division.